Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Our destination for today's show is the Citizen Potawatomi Nation Cultural Heritage Center.
This is located in Shawnee, and it's the perfect place to come and learn more about the culture and the heritage of this tribe. Here you'll find 11 exhibits that feature the early Potawatomi culture and life. They also have a gift shop with beautiful Native American crafts and jewelry. We'll show you around throughout the show. But first, a trip to see the best of the night sky in the middle of the day.
The Oklahoma Science Museum, of course, is home to many impressive exhibits, and one I would call a must-see, and of course it's the Planetarium. Shelley Mills is going to show us around.
Science Museum Oklahoma has added many great newer exhibits in recent years, like Curiosity here, but there are old favorites like the Kirkpatrick Planetarium that are still drawing a crowd.
Space. What is it? How do planets and stars form? There are so many questions. The fascination with what's out there in the sky above us draws many to look for answers here at Science Museum Oklahoma.
We are on the verge of incredible discoveries because of vast new telescopes that are being built.
While there are many activities and fun things to do at Science Museum Oklahoma, there are also great lessons to be learned. Past the Echo Chamber, you'll find the Kirkpatrick Planetarium, a place to get some of those space questions answered.
The planetarium is an extremely unique environment.
Once inside this domed theater, the business and excitement of the world outside fades away. The lights go out, making it nearly impossible for our cameras to see, but allowing visitors a view that's hard to find anywhere else. Visitors gaze up at the 40-foot dome as they are transported to rural Oklahoma under a quiet, still, surprisingly bright sky. Guests relax as Planetarium Director Tom Arnold navigates them through the night sky, pointing out planets, constellations, and galaxies along the way.
We want people to come in and get enough information that all they want to do is find out more.
The planetarium was built back in 1978. While much of it is still the same today as it was decades ago, guests don't seem to mind.
It was great. It captivated my 3-year-old's attention, which is wonderful. So I got to enjoy it as well.
It's definitely something we'll come back and do. We definitely all enjoyed it.
However, Science Museum Oklahoma is hoping to see big changes happen to this old favorite soon. They're working on plans to upgrade the technology, giving future visitors an interactive experience like they won't find anywhere else in this region.
Technology has come so far that we can actually make the audience believe that they are traveling in a starship, thousands and thousands of light years away from Earth.
Arnold hopes to see those changes start within the next couple of years. In the meantime, there's still a great show for those of all ages to enjoy here. Shelley Mills, Discover Oklahoma.
Planetarium shows happen 4 times a day, every day at the museum. There's no additional charge to attend the show. It's included with your general admission. For more information, hit up their website, sciencemuseumok.org.
It's definitely something everyone needs to check out, and so is our next story in El Reno.
The website roadtrippers.com has named this a must-stop spot on I-40. Lucas Ross takes us to visit the Junkyard Diva.
Hey, Lucas Ross here in downtown El Reno, Oklahoma, and I'm going to check out a store that claims to be truly vintage. That is the Junkyard Diva. Let's find out what they have.
Hi, my name is Victoria Lee, and I own the Junkyard Diva. I'm also an artist, and we are located in El Reno, Oklahoma. You'll find lots of groovy stuff in my shop. I mainly specialize in 1969 and older. Collectibles, I do have some antiques. There's local artists in here, which are awesome. This is the artwork of Bill Jackson. He is a very well-known artist. He does live here in El Reno, and he happens to be my stepfather. He has been painting for 40+ years. In July of 2012, he had a severe stroke and it affected his right arm, and he's no longer to paint. So he decided he was going to do it anyway, and these are all left-handed pencil drawings by him. The doctor said he's a medical marvel. This is my very good friend in Oklahoma City, Pepper Clark Hamilton, and I would call her just a really funky alternative artist. She makes these beautiful headpieces And of course, like something like this, it's the mermaid on the dress form. Another one of my vendors and friends is a local artist. Her name is Jenny Murphy Hayes, and this is such beautiful work that she does. So one of my favorite things in my store are these railroad nails. They're awesome, particularly like this one says 28 on it, and that actually is 1928 nail. They're collectible for many reasons, not just because of the cool factor. So if you were born on the 29th, you've been married for 29 years, or you were born in 1929, people collect them for that reason as well, and I think they're pretty groovy.
Okay, we're sitting here in Victoria's photo studio. What is a do-it-yourself photo studio?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. So as you'll see, you're sitting in a vintage set right now of a living room. There's some really groovy stuff here. There is a kitchen that has, part of it's been started behind you with an old stove. So you will come in with your family. You can be your own photographer if you'd like. You can also bring a photographer, print your own pictures, whichever. I am renting you this space by the hour, and you come into these sets and take pictures for graduation, if you've just gotten married, just anything you want to celebrate.
Thanks so much, Victoria. I found some great stuff here. If you'd like to find some things that are truly vintage, come to the Junkyard Diva. Take your own pictures and find some treasures from yesterday for today. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for shopping local.
All right, I'm Lucas, discovering Oklahoma. I didn't even pay her for this stuff. She's never gonna know.
You'll find the Junkyard Diva at 116 South Rock Island in El Reno. The shop is open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
Man, it's awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Pizza, please. We visit one of the best places in Tulsa for a pie or just a slice.
People love my art on the shirts, and they've got to have each one.
Plus, artwork you can wear. See what's bringing folks into this quaint shop in southwestern Oklahoma.
We've continued to market Shangri-La as not a place where you come to prove who you are, but a place you can come to forget who you are.
And we visit a top spot for summer getaways. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma. The Department of Agritourism salutes Native Spirits Winery in Norman, where they say life is too short to drink bad wine.
Set a course for excitement with your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. It's your all-in-one handbook for outdoor inspiration. Cabins, campsites, comfy lodges, breathtaking adventures, and so much more. Order yours at travelok.com.
Check out the new DiscoverOklahomaTV.com. See stories you might have missed, catch up on entire episodes, or send us an idea for the next place we should visit. Do it all at DiscoverOklahomaTV.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're taking in the beauty of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation Cultural Heritage Center. And after you spend the day checking out this beautiful museum, you'll be ready for a good meal.
And Jason Grubbs knows where we can find one. Come along now as he takes us to Joe Momma's Pizza in Tulsa.
When you're in downtown Tulsa and you're looking for a restaurant, there's no shortage of great places to eat. Barbecue, burgers, gourmet, Mexican, you name it, they've got it. One of my favorite places is Joe Momma's Pizza.
My favorite pizza in town.
Man, it's awesome.
I love it. I love it. I have 3 places that I like, and this is the top one.
Momma is back. Joe Momma, that is. This is the popular restaurant's new location, right along 1st Street. It backs up to their old spot, which caught fire in the summer of 2015.
It was really important to me to stay here in the neighborhood and to continue to be a part of what's going on.
Blake Ewing founded Joe Momma's several years ago at a Tulsa sports complex, then moved into the Blue Dome district in 2008, serving up pizza, pasta, salad, and sandwiches. You'll find artisan creations, along with fun and funky ones too.
We got a cheeseburger pizza that's always been kind of popular. It's got bacon and pickles and tomatoes and everything that you find on a cheeseburger.
I had that one and the Oklahoman. It's marinated mojo pork with hot links, red onions, and barbecue sauce.
This is my first time ever at Joe Momma's at either location, and it was good.
Tyler Whitaker ordered up the Sweet Heat Pizza for lunch. Chicken, bacon, ham, jalapenos, and pineapple.
Are you coming back? Oh yeah, I'm coming back for sure.
Tyler's buddy Zach, a regular here, sticks to the voodoo pizza.
Sausage, peppers, and deliciousness. Every time I come here, I get the same thing.
I hear the incinerator also has some serious heat on it, if that's your thing.
The incinerator, famous pizza, it's habanero slices, jalapeno diced, ghost pepper aioli, I believe, and some wasabi.
All that with some hot links, pepperoni, salami, and ham. For something more traditional, try the new cast iron skillet lasagna or slow roasted Italian beef sandwich. There are Italian nachos and good old fashioned spaghetti and meatballs. The staff is a big part of creating Joe Momma's menu.
If you go into just about any restaurant, sometimes the best things that are ever made in there are the staff's creations that they make for themselves. And so when that happens here, if it's good, we'll just put it on the menu.
Blake says you won't find anyone taking themselves too serious around here.
You'll never find fig or beets or something like that on our pizzas. There are other places that do that, but we just want to have something that people like, and it's a fun atmosphere.
The atmosphere is complete with walls full of old black and white photos, along with an arcade upstairs you can reserve for parties.
I like the vibe. I like it. It's first times. I don't know what the other location was like, but it's definitely got a great vibe to it.
Oh, it's so good. Another great thing about Joe Momma's, they're open later, till 10 p.m. on Sundays, midnight Monday through Thursday, and 2 a.m. on the weekends. In downtown Tulsa, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
Anytime you're on the road, you can find the best places to eat by heading to the website travelok.com. Just click on the dining icon at the top of the page. And now it's time to crisscross the state from Tulsa down to southwestern Oklahoma to your hometown.
That's right, to one of my favorite local shops. Let's check out the Native Hippie. In this quaint little shop in Lawton, Oklahoma, you'll find fun, funky, eclectic art and handmade goods you won't see anywhere else.
Art is in the eye of the beholder, so there's no limits to it.
Shayla Red Elk opened the Native Hippie after her art gained a following on social media.
And I just started doing some projects for a friend's wedding, and I posted those on social media, and then people wanted me to start doing those projects for them. And then I started restoring furniture, and before I knew it, people were bringing their furniture to me to do at my shop.
But things really took off after she designed her first t-shirt.
One day I decided to just design a shirt, and it was actually this one. It was the very first one, and I just did it for my moms just to give to them, and that was put on social media, and all of a sudden I had orders for another round. So it went from 20 to 40 to 60 to 100.
For Shayla, this shirt was special, more about the message than the money.
So basically the Thunderbird is, a powerful thing, and subtly it says Mama Birds. For the very first one, it wasn't about money, it wasn't about, recognition. It was kind of about empowerment for moms, because we, need it.
And now Shayla's t-shirt designs sell out almost immediately.
People love my art on the shirts, and they've got to have each one. So each one is either a painting or it's come from something I say, and I just feel like people need to wear that to remember. And so, artists, they have prints, and those are just basically prints that you can wear.
But it isn't just Shayla's art you'll find at the Native Hippie.
Whenever this space fell in my lap, I had no idea what I was going to do with it, but it was just kind of too good to pass up. But what I did have was local artists coming wanting to do consignment in my little space, and I didn't have space for them. It took no time just to, say, hey, let's get these people out here.
Each artist was chosen by Shayla, and all of them are Oklahoma's own.
So I hand-selected some people and that were friends, but also just more recently I've been kind of scouting people. I wanted to bring some variety, so I have like a new Cameron art student. She's a senior, does wonderful work. I got new traditional Native American art from a local native, all kinds of art. There's no thumb on any kind of art. So I have a girl who does macrame, dream catchers, I have oil, acrylic, there's actually sculpture in here, metal work.
So come to the Native Hippie to find an eclectic selection of art, all Oklahoma and all unique.
And if you're looking to be inspired by great people and an amazing community, I think you should come check this out.
The Native Hippie is located at 2704 Gore Boulevard in Lawton. They're closed on Sunday and Monday, open 10 to 5 Tuesday through Friday, and they close at 3 on Saturdays.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
the most famous thing of Shangri-La's image over the decades was the big eagle.
And remembering the past while celebrating the future at this incredible Oklahoma resort.
The prime rib is excellent here. I get that probably every other time.
We head to a traditional Sunday supper spot for Central Oklahomans. It's next when Discover Oklahoma continues. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Feel time slow down and your spirit come alive on a cool weather getaway at an Oklahoma state park. Hike the trails amid spectacular scenery. Cast your line in gorgeous lakes and rivers. Cozy up around the fire or settle in under the stars. Book your stay at a state park cabin or lodge. Check in Sunday or Monday and get your 4th night absolutely free. Visit travelok.com/4th night and come see for yourself.
Create your ultimate Oklahoma bucket list with this year's free Oklahoma travel guide. Discover captivating culture, heart-pounding adventure, ultimate relaxation. This bucket list can't be missed. Order yours free today at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're checking out the gift shop, and I've got to tell you, from Potawatomi made items to Pendleton apparel and blankets, you're sure to find something to take home from your visit here. Really, so much history to enjoy while you're here.
And there's so much history to look back on when it comes to one of our state's greatest vacation spots.
Cindy Morrison takes us to the new resort at Shangri-La on Grand Lake.
The new Shangri-La is a major presence on Grand Lake, but this amazing resort has a history rich with starry success and major heartbreak. It started as a modest hotel in the 60s. By the 70s and 80s, Shangri-La brought fame, fortune, and stars to the newly renovated resort. It had everything: indoor bowling, tennis courts, holiday parties. It was the place to see and be seen. Things were rocking until the oil bust in the mid-80s. The economy forced the resort into Chapter 11 bankruptcy. For more than 2 decades, the property continually changed hands, but it never really recovered. Sections of land were sold off, parts of the golf course closed, and the legendary hotel shut down. A landmark once filled with stars was suddenly filled with wildlife. Then came new life. In 2010, Oklahoman Eddie Gibbs bought the property to restore it to the glory days.
I've never had that experience before, being involved in something that starts with just a pile of dirt, and that's it. And here, $65 million later, it's a pretty nice place.
While the new Shangri-La resort looks much different than its predecessor, there are lots of things around here to remind you of the past.
Well, of course, the most famous thing of Shangri-La's image over the decades was the big eagle.
Once overlooking the hotel, the eagle now keeps watch on the premier golf course. In fact, all throughout the clubhouse and dining rooms, you can see artifacts from the original hotel and pictures of stars who have been here over the decades.
When we first began announcing that we were planning to build a hotel, some of the old groups that used to be here all the time started calling, and we had over $1 million booked the day we opened.
Governors are now returning to the resort that hosted the Governors Conference in the 80s. Whether you're rich, famous, or neither, this is once again the place to be.
We've continued to market Shangri-La as not a place where you come to prove who you are, but a place you can come to forget who you are.
A magical place that has spanned the decades. You should check out the new Shangri-La Resort because it continues to survive and thrive, just like Oklahomans. At Grand Lake, Cindy Morrison, Discover Oklahoma.
Now is the perfect time to plan your late spring or early summer getaway on Grand Lake. Head to the Shangri-La website to check it all out. It's easy to remember, shangrilaok.com.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
They have amazing bread with butter,
Sometimes it's the little things that keep folks coming back. We'll visit a restaurant that's been packing them in for almost 40 years when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Tree-lined fairways, stunning terrain, unspoiled nature. Score amazing golf deals at Oklahoma State Parks. And stay for some cool weather adventure. Hike the trails amid spectacular scenery, cozy up around the fire, or play around in our unique courses. On weekdays, you can stay and play starting at just $69. You get one night of lodging, a round of golf, and a sleeve of balls. Visit travelok.com/stay-and-play and come see for yourself.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. Subscribe now at oklahomatoday.com and get 6 issues absolutely free. Don't miss a single issue of Oklahoma Today magazine.
And the waving wing. Kiss your smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. We know we belong to the land. And the land we belong to is grand. So when we say, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
We've had such a great time here today exploring here at the Citizen Potawatomi Nation Cultural Heritage Center.
And right now we're going to hop on I-40. We're going to head west, but we're going to stop in Midwest City for a bite to eat.
Darren Brown takes us to Pelicans Restaurant.
When I mention pelicans, I could be talking about the state bird of Louisiana. You know that big, funky-looking bird with a big beak that eats a lot of fish? But when I mention pelicans and I'm standing here in Midwest City, Oklahoma, I'm talking about the restaurant, the Midwest City staple restaurant that's been serving up some of the best prime rib and seafood around for nearly 40 years.
I'm told the key to success in the restaurant biz is pretty simple: consistency. And not just in the food.
Well, 3 of us have been here over 30-some years, and we've got another 6 people who've been here over 20 years. So a lot of our employees, they stick around quite a while.
Now, I don't know their reasons for sticking around so long, but it probably has something to do with the food. Who's hungry for shrimp? Or salmon? Or frog legs? How about some good old chicken tenders?
I love the salad bar. It's fresh, and the soup is really good. They have amazing bread with butter, and then the chicken strips are great. They're to die for.
They're just chicken strips.
They're really good. You got to try them. They're probably the best. We come here because it's a healthier option too, and it's not your same chain restaurants.
Usually every Sunday after church, this is one of the places we come to eat often.
Eloise Gray and her husband have been coming to Pelicans for around 6 years, or 10 years, depending on who you believe.
Oh, what kind of menu do I get? The prime. Oh, I can tell you, well, the prime rib is excellent here. I get that probably every other time. I had that today. It was delicious.
What do you get the other time then?
Shrimp. I love shrimp, and I like the tilapia here, and the salad bar. Wait, don't let me leave out the salad bar.
I'm a steak guy too.
Yeah.
When we originally started, we only had 14 items on the menu. Now we have about 40 because people keep asking for different things, and we'll try them on a special, but then people will come in every day and keep asking for the things that are on special, so we've had to put them on the menu.
It is true that people keep coming back for the food, but there's something else. Something you can't quite put your finger on, but you know it when you feel it.
When the power went out behind us here a few years ago, we had the big ice storm, and there were people that were without power for more than a week, and they were here every evening. And they said, well, if we're not going to be at home, we'd rather be here because we're just as comfortable here. And so that's a good thing to hear from your regulars and stuff like that, is that they do, this is a part of their life, and they come here all the time.
We think it's important to work with the community because we're part of this community. I mean, we live here. This is our home.
In Midwest City, discovering Oklahoma, I'm Darren Brown.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A huge thank you to the folks here at the Citizen Potawatomi Nation Cultural Heritage Center for hosting us this week. The center is located at 1899 South Gordon Cooper Drive in Shawnee. They're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday, closed on Sunday. They do ask that you call ahead to schedule group tours.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're headed to Norman for works of Pueblo art on display at the Fred Jones Jr. Museum.
Plus, you know we're making a pit stop for something good. We'll check out the diner that's also doing good works in addition to their fabulous food. It's all coming up next Saturday night right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.